Hey, what's going on, Tony? Happy Saturday to you as well, sir. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the heat wave that we are, but I think, man, the entire Midwest, it's been on today. But that also means the wind was blowing, and at Wrigley, balls are flying off the bat, so lots of home runs. Luckily, my Cubs hit quite a few today, so hey, nothing wrong with that either, Tony. The lake life is a good life. Hopefully, the lobster look is trending. So yeah, it's a scorcher here in Northern Illinois. We're like 95 tomorrow. I think with the heat index, I think we crack 100. The humidity was crazy today. I love it, Tony. I love it. I'm sure if you're on the lake that you're not the only one. So power in numbers, numbers. Alex, so there's only two people, so we'll give it another minute or two. That's what I'm talking about. That's living the good life. Fun with the kids at the lake. That's what summer's all about, man. So you got to wear the lobster look, then it is. Yeah, same thing here. Crazy gusts, and I have to imagine some of those regular fly balls at Wrigley became home runs today. So some of the averages get a little bit inflated, but we'll take it as long as the guys wearing the home whites are the ones hitting them. So all right, only up to three people. How's everybody doing? I got Tony here. I'll give another minute or two, and then I'll just jump into my spiel. Maybe people are busy or recovering from their own lake day, so I won't keep you guys waiting. Oh, I am too, Tony. Crazy to believe it, but I was born on the north side. I grew up on the south side, so probably right before I started school in kindergarten, my parents drove us out to the south side, and we took up shop there. So I grew up my entire childhood, all the way through high school, on the south side as a Cubs fan. So I had to endure several tough seasons and conversations. So I got some good friends that are Sox fans since, and they have it. So I don't hear from very much nowadays, but I imagine you know why that is. So all right, guys, I'm gonna jump in here. Hopefully, some more people jump in as they go. But that's funny, Tony. But don't worry, rest assured, Cubs fan. I don't own a single memorabilia merch item. So like that's is not for me. So my wife was actually a Sox fan, but then I ended up converting her. So she is now officially a Cubs fan. We showed her the light, we showed her the way. Once she stepped foot in Wrigley and experienced the Wrigley game and Wrigley vibe, I think it was an easy sell. So that's funny enough. How else doing? All right, we're gonna dive in here. I got Tony in the chat, so we'll make it happen, Tony. So just like last week, we'll start tonight with our first of three breaks. We're going to have the two football items. We have our staple, the Gold Rush Black Bag Edition for football, as well as the new one for the last week, as well as this week. We got a few more weeks coming. hopefully there's some nice headliners here that will pop out. So I know that some people were excited about the Bo Nix. I've seen the Marino pop out several times myself. The Henry would be nice. The Stroud, the Love, the Breeze. I mean, any of these headliners on the front would be pretty awesome. For the first time, we're running the Hit Parade 2024-25 Autograph Hockey Puck Series 7. It is a game puck, so official NHL game puck. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of excited about this one. It took several days to get here, but some of the names on the checklist are pretty exciting. So I'm curious what it will be. And tonight we are opening for the people care to know box 18. So this is 18 out of 50. There are only 50 boxes that were made, and they're all hand numbered. So we've got 10 of them. I'm going to try to see how far that goes. NHL season just wrapped up, but they got I believe there's some things going on with the draft and things like that. And last but not least, we'll end tonight with our baseball bat break. At the end of the break, we've opened the items. We've got our little Facebook group customer appreciation freebie break. We are going to be breaking a little cello pack of NBA hoops. We did have 5 people from the Facebook group that jumped in, so we'll randomize all those people, and then whoever is the top name on the list will receive the NBA hoops cello pack free of charge. We'll open it here on screen, so that person, if they're here, can stick around, or they can watch on the video later. So that's kind of a nice one. If you're not subscribed already, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube page, as well as if you look in the video description, you can see that there's a link to our Facebook group. We did have 2 guys jump into the Facebook group last week that were healthy additions to the squad. So if there's somebody out there, if it's not too much to ask, if you enjoy doing. Once every month, I try to run a little customer Facebook group member appreciation break free of charge. Of course, I'll just throw it out there to say thank you. So if you haven't done so, feel free, like I said, jump in the Facebook group, like, subscribe. I would appreciate that. You might not think that one like on a video would do a lot, but for me, who knows? Maybe it helps push my video up in the algorithm somehow on YouTube. Maybe some more people pay attention to the videos and jump in. And of course, that's more fun for everybody. All right, guys. That being said, we'll jump in here. So we're about 8 minutes in. Looks like we got 5 people here. I know a few of our regulars said they couldn't make it. So feel free if anybody wants to jump into the chat with Tony here. Otherwise, me and Tony will be chatting our way through it. So just a friendly reminder that for all of our breaks that eBay requires that I mark all items as shipped, whether or not your team hits, just so you're aware of that. And also there were some questions about that in the last couple of weeks. So how you know for a fact that your team hit the memorabilia, you can obviously watch the videos, or if you don't watch the videos, just look for a tracking number on your YouTube purchase, or not YouTube purchase, but on your eBay purchase, will confirm that your team was the one that hit it. And of course, I try to put these out on Monday morning. Hopefully, they'll get to you by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the end of the week. So just so you're aware, like I said, all items, all teams marked as shipped. The ones that hit the merchandise or that hit the memorabilia will be the ones that get the tracking number. All right, guys. As always, I'm going to take you on a quick trip around the bag just to make sure everything's in working order. Make sure you're feeling good about it. Of course, we'll start with ball break, which is a 2-item break. Next week, if you saw already some of the auctions that were up last night, I'm also trying to do baseball 2 items. So not only will we have the baseball bat next week, but I'm combining it with black bag edition for baseball as well. So for the first time, we'll have a black bag edition baseball. We'll see how that goes, and just kind of give a trial run to these 2 items. Football seems like it's going decently. I know that our baseball bat has been doing well for a couple weeks, so I thought if we added to a jersey, maybe people would be more likely to jump in if there was a second item. So we'll see how it goes. You guys let me know what you think about it, and of course, I'll take your feedback and we'll make the adjustments as need be. Otherwise, if people like it, we'll do that. We're up to 4 items, and hopefully next week 5 items, and I'll probably just stick with 5 items for a while. See how that goes, and adjustments from there if we need to. If it's more or if it's less, then I'll do that. But otherwise, enough talking for me. We've been here for 10 minutes, so let's guys. So we'll start with our football break this week. Again, we got the 2 items. We'll start with this black bag from Gold Rush, the football jersey. So we'll dive in. We already took a trip around the bag. Good luck to all teams. We had some nice hits last week. I'm hoping for some nice hits for somebody here as well this week. Again, thank you to everybody that jumped in this week, and special shout out to all those people that picked up some extra teams. I had several people today pick up some extra teams and help us out. So, all right, guys, away we go. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. How about some big names? All right. I see some thin. I see some whites. Traditionally, this means Alabama, but I do see a really nice, encouraging inscription. So big old autograph there with a nice 18. And then the inscription, if you can't see it, 03 Heisman. We'd love to see that. Heisman on inscription is a good thing. We are back. It's, I don't know if anybody in the chat knows the 03 Heisman, but on the Beckett cert, we've got whites. So we've got white here. Looks to be on an Alabama jersey, 03 Heisman. Somebody will have to remind me who that is. So in this case, big old autograph, really nice. Stayed off the stitching. Bold autograph with the 18 inscription, as well as the 03 Heisman. We'll go take a peek at it together, unless somebody beats me to it. Beckett cert here, just so you can see it, W035 669. W03035 669 in the Beckett cert. All right, guys, we'll take a peek at it. Nice white jersey. I won't lie to you. I'm a huge Alabama fan. I went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, so I'm probably more Big Ten than anything else. I know we got some people in the room that are also Big Ten people, but that is a very clean-looking jersey. All right, Syracuse memes. It's Jason White, also Tony on it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So 03 Heisman, Jason White. I appreciate you guys in the chat there. Thanks for helping me out. So Oklahoma quarterback. Jason White. He's a one-time All-American, 2003 Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, Heisman, Big 12, number 18. But it looks like on Pro Football Reference, he did not play a single down of NFL football. Is that right? Heisman quarterback didn't play? I have to look it up. Why did a 2003 Heisman quarterback not play? Despite his strong college career, he was not selected in the NFL draft. Reportedly, a number of teams were reluctant to select him due to his history of knee injuries. Wow. Syracuse memes. You are on it. Yeah, never played in the NFL. Too many injuries. All right, guys. So you know what that means. If there is no team that this person goes to, then that means that it's going to be randomized to all teams that are in the break. So if you give me a second, I'm just going to take all the names that jumped into the football here. And then for every team that you took, you will get one entry into the random. So just as a friendly reminder, let's say you took 5 teams in football this week, then your name will appear 5 times on the list. Of course, I think that's only fair for those people that are buying the teams. So I went ahead and copied that over. So if you guys give me a second, I'll get this thing going. So the first thing I want to do is I want to roll 2 dice to get a sense of how many times we're going to randomize the list. Then I'll show you the list and I'll run the random. So give me a second here and I'll get that rolling. I will tell you that my computer takes a second when it's switching. At least it has for the last couple of weeks. Software down. Okay, that actually popped up really quick. So just to make sure, guys, can you guys see the dice roller? Any of the guys in the chat can help me out. Just want to make sure. Okay, thanks, Syracuse me. I appreciate you. I'm not sure if that person wants to tell me their name is, but otherwise, Syracuse memes, appreciate you. I'm going to roll the dice, 2 dice one time, just to get a sense of how many times we're going to randomize those. Hopefully, you guys can see it there. In this case, I rolled the dice and I got a 6. So I'm going to random 6 times. Whichever team is on the top after 6 randomizations will receive the white jersey on the Heisman. Very clean looking. It's not Alabama, it's Oklahoma. So that's my fault. It's Oklahoma, very similar color scheme. Beautiful jersey. All right, so we got 6 on the dice. So give me a second. I'll switch over to our list randomizer. Let's see how long that one takes. All right, it's balling this week. I would say that went pretty fast. Usually it takes a hot second, but that was pretty good. All right, I'll make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see the names there. So what I have here is in alphabetical order of teams. So if you're wondering how I got to this list, so you'll see your name here. I'll start at the top. So then I got Gino on top here with the Arizona Cardinals. Sweet. And then I got Jordan K on there. Very nice. So Jordan, welcome to the group. Thanks for jumping in. Hey, good luck to you, Jordan. And I'll just scroll down here. So we got everybody's name on there just so you guys can see it for the transparency. If you guys want to take a second and count them up, you're more than welcome to do it. And I've got Ken M here on the bottom for the Washington Commanders. Again, just going in alphabetical order. Gino on top, Ken N on the bottom. We saw from the dice that we're going to roll this thing 6 times. And then, like I said, guys, whichever person's name is on the top there will be the one that receives the jersey. So let's get after it. So right here, I'll randomize the first time so you guys can see it. First randomization, we got Gino on top there. And then you guys can see the timestamp and all those kind of good things. So that way, if you want to look it up for yourself, again, for transparency reasons, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, let's get after it. So there's the second one. You can see right here. You've randomized the list 2 times. We're going to 6 today, guys. So there's number 3. There's number 4. There's number 5. So you can see it 5 times here, guys. And this will be our last randomization. Whichever person's name is on the top here will receive the Oklahoma Heisman jersey. All right, guys, one more time out loud. Good luck to everybody. Last spin, last roll. Who's taking it? Last time, 6. This one's going out to Gino. So if you look here on top, we've got Gino on the top here, in case you care to know. Went all the way down to Alex A on the bottom. But this one's going to Gino. Gino, one of our regular guys, week to week. Gino, congrats. So in this case, this guy's going out to Gino. Got the Oklahoma jersey on the white. One more time, Gino. I'm not sure if Gino can make it here tonight. I think he's got some plans again. So congrats, Gino. That's a nice one. 03 Heisman with the 18 inscription coming your way. You're the man, Gino. Congrats. All right. So one half of the football taken care of. Let's tackle the second half. So let's go after this one. So this is the 2025 Gold Rush Extravaganza. Again, some big names on the fronts. Hopefully we hit one of these for somebody. That would be awesome. Quick trip box. I won't overdo it. Just a kind of a quick trip. Again, in Gold Rush. Got 2 levels here. It's got a cellophane wrapping as well as a secondary seal. So that way you guys can see everything's in good working order. Of course, I don't know what's in these boxes. I like to find out with you guys. And as always, I'm hoping for the biggest hits we can possibly get. Biggest hits means that you guys get excited. You spread the word, join the group, and of course, we can have more fun. All right. Hopefully that suffices for transparency. Let's start here with the Extravaganza, taking care of that cellophane wrapping. Thanks for the positivity, my man, Tony. I appreciate you. All right, guys. There's that secondary seal. So we'll get after it. We'll open this guy up and see who's taking home the second part of the jersey for football. Again, good luck to all teams. Here we go. Secondary seal. How about a big one? All right, what do we got this week? All right, another crimson and whites. I don't want to say too early, but we got Richardson. It looks like a Richardson, and this one says "Roll Tide" on the inscription. So that's funny. So we got a big old autograph here on top. You guys can see it there. Another beautiful autograph. That's a beauty. And they got a nice Roll Tide inscription there on the bottom. So we have Oklahoma, and of course this one is Alabama for sure now. Beckett cert. And the Beckett cert here, BK5. Sorry guys. B5 2293. BK5 2293. Number 3 Richardson from Alabama. Of course, if you guys beat me to it, otherwise we can look it up together. I'll put this guy down so I can go look it up. You guys are good about helping me around. If you want to jump back in, you're more than welcome to. Don't feel pressure to help me if you don't like that or don't want to. Otherwise, I'll take a peek at it. So back at cert. Give me a second, guys, and I'll run it real fast. All right, BK5 2293. BK5 2293. Three, 4, 9, 7, 8. All right, Trent Richardson with the roll tide. And yeah, thanks, Syracuse memes. You are on it, my man. Whoever's behind the Syracuse memes handle, I appreciate you. You're crushing it much faster than I. And you did tell me that he played for the Colts the longest. I believe you. I'll go take a peek here just to be sure. Trent Richardson. All right, College Alabama, first round draft pick in the 2012 draft. Drafted 3rd overall. And in terms of career, yeah, this one's going out to the Colts. So 29 games for the Colts. Played for Cleveland and Indiana for 2 years, but more games for the Colts. So Syracuse memes, you're on it again. In this case, the Richardson is going out to our Indianapolis Colts spot. And Indianapolis Colts this week is Tyler S. So this one's going out to Tyler S. on a Trent Richardson. Number 3, big old autograph, roll tide inscription, and that Beckett cert. So congrats to Tyler S. Tyler S. Indianapolis Colts. All right. So 2 college jerseys came out. The likelihood, not very likely, but 2 nice names. I learned something about the 03 Heisman from Oklahoma. You can be a Heisman winner and still not get drafted because injury concerns. All right, I'm sure this one's going to cooperate, so I'll just leave that one there. All right, guys, we're going to shift gears and go into our second break of tonight, which is going to be the hockey puck. Yeah, good question, John Ree. So I just saw your message. So then we had to randomize this one. So then the white was Oklahoma quarterback from 2003. He was a 2003 Heisman, and he didn't play a single game or a single down for the. So we randomized it to the entire group, John Ree, and this one went out to Gino. So in this case, this one went out to Gino. So good question, John Ree. If you're just jumping in, this guy went out to Gino in the randomizer for everybody, and then the Trent Richardson went out to the Indianapolis Colts for Tyler S. Yeah, no worries. Hey, what's going on, Darren? Thanks for helping out in the chat, Tony. I see that you're helping me out there, so thank you. What's going on, Darren? No worries. You came just in time for your favorite sport, so I'd feel remiss if we did hockey without you. But having to randomize everybody for the football give us a couple extra minutes. So I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm excited about this one this week. Something new for us. First time I'm breaking a game puck. So it's NA official game puck. This is the Hit Parade 2024-25 autograph hockey puck series 7. I'm sure some of you guys checked the checklist out. There are only 50 boxes, and everyone is hand inscribed. If you weren't here for the beginning of the video, this is number 18 out of 50. I do have 10 of these, so I ended up buying a case of them, and we'll see how they go. Overall, they went pretty well this time. They sold pretty well, and people seem to enjoy it. So we're going to continue on with the hockey, and of course, there's some good names. So as always, my hockey guys can help me out a little bit. I'm not bad on logos and things like that. I think that from what I'm understanding is that these game pucks all have like a label as to who the person is. The one little nuance that I should say, because they are games, a lot of these pucks are going to have the logo for the team, for the player that signed it. But also some of these pucks are for like very important games. So for example, if it was the 2015 Stanley Cup, then whoever that player played for in 2015 for the Stanley Cup is going to be the team that ends up getting it. I'm hoping that's understandable. Hopefully that's fair to everybody. It makes sense to me that whichever team that player played for that specific game puck is the team that it should go out to. So just saying that ahead of time, just want to make sure transparent and fun for everybody, just so that we don't get into a place where people don't understand or walk away thinking it's something else. Otherwise, I'm thinking it should be pretty straightforward. I'm thinking that majority of these should have the logo. So enough talking for me. Quick little trip of rocks. I probably could have done that as I was talking, but I guess I was just too excited by the fact that we got something new here in his NHL game puck. This is the first time I'm opening any kind of Hit Parade products. I'm under good belief that it is a quality product from people I've talked to and other breakers and things that I've seen. So I'm excited. I took you on a trip around it. Let's get after it, guys. Enough talking. How about NHL game puck for somebody? So I'll take this off, and then there'll be like a sleeve that we got to take off, and I think a couple labels. So extra kind of hidden protection. So let's start with the cellophane wrapping and go from there. We'll learn together. So there goes the cellophane wrapping. There is a sleeve here. So like I've already done, this is number 18 out of 50. And I think the cool thing about Hit Parade is once you end up breaking the item, you can reach out to Hit Parade. And if you can verify that you have the specific box that you open, they can check their master check. So they would have a checklist. They would know who 18 out of 50 is, and they could confirm to you that is the player they put in there in the case that you didn't believe it. So that's an extra layer of transparency that I appreciate. I'm not sure how much that means to you guys, but that means something. In this case, I thought there might be some extra seals here, but I don't see any. So I think we're going to get right after it, guys. Okay. It's called Hit Parade, so I'm hoping we get a hit, and hopefully somebody parades around the room. Good luck to all teams. All right, here we go. All right, it's fancy. It's got a little topper on it. I'm going to take a peek because I'm nosy. Okay. I recognize the team. You guys will help me with the name and the player and all that kind of business. So, okay, here we go. Hockey puck for the first time. Game going out to what I believe is the Vancouver Canucks. I believe this one's going out to the Canucks. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, we'll take a look at who the player is. So we got an official game puck and a nice auto there. You guys know me. I'm a sucker for silver Sharpie on pucks. And I got Andrei Kuzmenko. So I got Andrei Kuzmenko. I'll have to look this player up. I want to learn more about hockey. So, I mean, I know what team, but I'd like to know something about the player. Unless somebody more educated than me in the chat knows a little bit about hockey. Any of my hockey guys? Andrei Kuzmenko, is he a boss? It is Fanatics certified, which is really cool. We are going to start seeing a lot more of this, guys. As JSA and those kind of things, Fanatics is going to start taking over. So if you want there on the Fanatics, you could look it up. XP 14185619. All right, I'm gonna look this player up. It is going to the Canucks, so I'll say who it's going to first, and then we'll go take a peek at it together. So this is Andrei Kuzmenko. As well versed in hockey as I am other things, so give me a second, guys. And in terms for the hockey break, Andrei Kuzmenko. Looks like a relatively younger player. He's a forward. Kuzmenko. All right. And in terms of games, Vancouver Canucks. He played 47 games. No, 124. He had 47 goals, 48 assists, 95 points, a plus minus of 8. So then he also played for Calgary, the Kings, Philadelphia. But this one is Vancouver Canucks. So Andrenko. Yeah, played for USSR. I did see. That's an interesting fact. Yeah, even this season, 11 goals, 26 assists. All right, that's a cool one. I mean, I'm a sucker for the Silver Sharpie. So then Vancouver Canucks this week is going out to Chris. So this one's going out to Chris K. So Chris K taking home the Andrei Kuzmenko. And one more time, cool little silver autograph on the 96. Official game puck for the Canucks. Official game puck Fanatic Search. Andrei Kuzmenko. All right, guys. There are definitely some more names and some other hits to come. I'm hoping to get one of those big names off of the checklist headliners. But I would say for week number 1, I'm not disappointed. There's a nice looking puck, nice looking autograph that somebody will add to the collection. So next week we'll give it another go. So congrats again to Chris K for the Vancouver Canucks spot. All right, give me a second to shuffle these guys around. All right, football jerseys will tuck to the back. And hockey puck up front so people can still see it. All right, cool, guys. And then for our last break, it's nights, and then the group member appreciation for Facebook. We do have 5 names for that as well. Is our last break of the nights is going to be the baseball bat from RSA. Now, we have been breaking this guy for the last several weeks and have had some nice hits. So several people that I believe are even here tonight have had some good hits come out of it. In case you're new to the breaks and you want to take a look at the checklist, RSA's checklist is a little bit of a rotating checklist. There's no one set checklist. They're adding and subtracting from the checklist all the time, depending on what they have available and what's new. So I imagine even in the next week or so, there'll be more things that are added. So as always, what we're looking for, randomly inserted baseball memorabilia, look for current superstars, all-time greats, Hall of Famers, and much more. Now, when it comes to opening the box, there's not much that I show you vertically here, but if you look at the ends, this is the barrel side of the bat. You'll see that there's some tape. So I'll take you on a quick trip. Guys can take a peek at it, make sure everything's in working order. I'll flip it around to the knob side. On the knob side, you can see very similar. We got some tape. I am going to open up from the barrel side, guys, because that's where the autograph is. As soon as I open it up, there's 2 sides of it that I'll have to cut. As soon as I open it up, I'll chuck the box out of the way. We'll take a look at the autograph together. Now, sometimes the autograph's pretty clear, but usually a little bit harder since the bat doesn't really have a logo. So we'll kind of rely on either somebody knowing in the group or myself, or just looking it up. So, guys, last break of this week. Of course, next week we're going to try a 2-item baseball. We tried 2-item football, and it seems like it's going okay. So we'll give. If it's not working after a couple weeks, we can go back to 1 item. But you guys let me know. So You can let me know in the chat. You can send me a message on eBay or on Facebook. Just keep me posted. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you like where we're with this? Would you like to see a change? Would you like to see something else? Like nobody's asked me for any basketball or anything like that. If that's something you're interested in, all you got to do is ask. I probably wouldn't did hockey until Darren told me, and he said several times how big of a hockey fan he was, and then we found out more people in the group were hockey fans, and now it's become a rotating piece of our. So, all right, guys, I'm going to dive in. So let me know if there's something that you'd like to see. I'll see what I can do to get it and make people happy, and of course make the breaks more enjoyable. So there's one side of the box open. There's the second side. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams one more time here this week. I'll get it from this barrel side, and then we'll check the box. Seeing a blonde bat. All right, blonde bat. That's interesting. I don't see those kind of things very often. I got like a red ring around the bat there, which is kind of nice. All right. I think some people are going to have an appreciation for the inscription on this one. All right, guys. If you can see it there, I imagine you can. I got a big old autograph with the inscription, Big Sexy. Somebody's going to have an appreciation for it. Big old autograph, Big Sexy. It is a big stick professional model. This is not a standard issue bat. This is going to be a nice one. I just, by the look of it, I want to say this has got to be one of the bigger hits. Big Sexy. Is this Bartolo Colon? I'm thinking Bartolo Colon, but we'll look it up together. This one looks like it has a JSA cert, of course, tucked in a place that's kind of hard to see. Oh no, we got the label here. Forget checking that. We can do this one right here, guys. So we can look it up together. I want to say this is Cologne. WA8 15228. WA8 15228. Because I think Bartolo Colon was Big Sexy, and that does look like a big B. So, all right, guys, we'll take a peek at it together. Unless somebody beats me to it. Oh, Syracuse memes. Sorry, I just saw your message there. So Syracuse meme is Chris K. So Chris, congrats on the hit there. Appreciate you jumping in the chat. It's exciting to see more people jump in with the regular guys. The regular guys are great week to week. So Chris K, congrats. Yeah. And it's crazy. Those Canadian teams are just on fire when it comes to the hockey. I think we've been exclusively Canadian teams, which I imagine at some point's got to turn, but yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure, Darren. People are enjoying it. I know you're enjoying it, but there's also more people are jumping in week to week. And I even had some people that live in Canada jump in, like when we did our last jersey. So that was kind of cool. I don't have like a lot of names that show up from Canada. So that was pretty wild in a good way. So I'm all for more people jumping in and giving it a shot. All right, guys, we'll take a peek at it together. So I got WA 815228. It is Bartolo Colon on the Big Sexy. Bartolo Colon was a heck of a pitcher. Of course, he also hit a couple really big home runs. This guy was not short on confidence. All right, guys, I'm doing a pro reference. And when it comes to Bartolo Colon, this is Cleveland. So he's got 6 years on Cleveland. And in terms of games, 162 games for Cleveland. So this one's going to be a Cleveland Guardians hit. He also played for the Angels, the Bills, the Mets, and the White Sox. Man, he played for a ton of teams. Big Sexy. Cy Young, 4-time All-Star, 46.3 WAR. I mean, the ERA dazzling for his career, 4.12. But I mean, 3,400 innings pitched, 500 strikeouts. He definitely hit some bombs when he was at the plate. So I guess you could argue big sexy. Yeah, to be honest, Tony, I was thinking Mets too, just by like what I was thinking. But then I remember, yes, he did play quite a bit for Cleveland. But I think I remember, just like you, in my mind, he's Mets. But according to Pro Baseball Reference, this one's Guardians. This one's going to Cleveland. But I'm with you. That would have been my first guess. So for Cleveland, we got Braden. So Braden H. So Braden joined the breaks last week. He got a nice hit for Cleveland, and this one's going to be joining it. So we got a Jose Ramirez baseball last week. So Braden, congrats. That's an awesome one with the red ring around the bat. Big stick, professional model. Big stick, professional model for Big Sexy. Bartolo Colon going out to Bridge in the Cleveland spot. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's definitely a talking piece. You put that one up on the wall. You got some friends that come over. That's a talking piece right there. JSA cert. Yeah, I think so too. Start hanging out with some of your friends and watching some sports and having some drinks, and I imagine there's some good laughs that can be had with that one. All right, guys, we still have our Facebook group appreciation break to accomplish, but just a quick run through since some people jumped in late. We did have a white jersey for Oklahoma. It's the 03 Heisman. Had to end up getting randomized to the entire group since he never played an official game at the NFL level because of too many injuries. That went out to Gino. So Gino got that one. Did have the Trent Richardson, the Alabama jersey. And this one went out to the Colts. Roll Tide went out to the Colts. That was Tyler S., if I'm not mistaken. Our very own Syracuse Memes, Chris K., walked away with a very snazzy Canucks puck. Congrats again, Chris. And thanks again for jumping in the chat and helping me out. I appreciate that more than you would think. So thank you. And congrats on this one. I'll get that one tucked away and sent out to you. And then last but not least, Braden H. on a little bit of a heater. He's been in the breaks for 2 weeks and has had 2 nice Cleveland hits. So we got a Bartolo Colon Big Sexy. All right, guys. So then that will come to the breaks for this week. If you're not sticking around, I just want to say thanks again for jumping in this week. Next week, very similar. We've got the 2-item football. We'll run in on one of these hockey pucks. I'm curious to see if we'll get another nice name up. And then we will have a 2-item baseball break. We'll have another bat as well as a Gold Rush black bag baseball jersey. So check it out if you want. Again, no pressure. If you want to jump in, I'd appreciate that. Thanks for everybody for jumping in this week. Like I said, for those people buying multiple teams, even today, in the last couple hours, I had people picking up some extra helping me out. I do appreciate it. We'll now go shift gears a little bit and then jump over to the Facebook people. So we did have 5 people that threw in for the NBA hoops. So I'll put their names up on screen here in a second. But in case anybody wants it for next month, all you got to do is join the Facebook group. And like I said, there's no questions for it. I don't ask any questions. Obviously, if you request to join, I'll approve you. And then all you got to do is just throw a 1. I try to do like a weekly recap so everybody can see what was broken and who it went to. So that way we have a nice kind of a track list of that. You can see it for transparency in case they want to look back or anything like that. And free of charge, we'll be sending this one out. So let's do it. So first thing I want to do is throw my dice back up on the screen, just so that those people that are still in it. Again, if you're taking off, I completely understand. Thanks again for jumping in this week. If you're sticking around, I'm happy to have you stick around. We'll roll the dice. So I'll give it a second to switch over here. Yep, there we go. I think I see it now on my phone. So you guys will tell me if you don't. What I'll do is I'll roll the dice again, just like we did for the randomization on the white jersey. So then I'll roll these 2 dice one time. And I can already see it. I think it'll take a second for you guys. At least my phone is lagging a second, but I got 9. So 5 plus 4, 9. So 5 plus 4, 9. We're going to roll this thing 9 times. And then give me a second, guys. I'm going to put in the names of 5 guys that jumped in here. All right, what the order that I'll put them in, and that will give me a second, since I'm sure it's going to take a second to catch up on your screen as well. In case you care to know, the order that I'm putting them in is the order that people responded on Facebook. So I have Ken in the first spot. I got our very own Darren A for our second spot. Braden H, who's been on a Cleveland kick the last couple weeks. We've got our very own Tony in spot 4. And last but not least, our very own Gino, who also got a nice hit today as well. So I'll give it a second there, guys. I think it's still catching up to my screen. Sweet. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. On my cell phone, I still can't see the list of names. Now I can. So I bet you guys can see it as well. Just tell me if you can't, and then I'll pause to make sure that I get it right. Guys, we had 5 people, like I said, respond to the Facebook post. So that gives pretty decent odds to those people. We're going to get after it. We know that we're rolling it at 9 times. Whoever is the top name after 9 times will take home the NBA hoops. Of course, there's John Morant in there that we're looking for, so that would be the big kicker. Zion Williamson at the time was the kicker card. We got Ken on top here, Gino on the bottom. Here we go, guys, 9 times. So there's the first time. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the list has been randomized 8 times. Thanks, Tony. And then our last, 9th and final time, whoever's name is on the top after the next one will walk away with the NBA hoops. Good luck to the 5 guys here. All right, 9th final time. All right, this one's going out to Tony. So the list has been randomized 9 times. And we got Tony W up top. This one going out to Tony this week. Going out to Tony this month. We'll try to do a weekly, or not weekly, but a monthly Facebook member appreciation freebie break. So this one's going to Tony. All right, guys. So we'll get after it. Congrats, Tony. Everybody else on the Facebook group, thanks for jumping in. Hopefully some better luck next time. Yeah, let's see some fire. Hopefully there's some nice cards in here. There is 12 cards per pack. Of course, we're looking at for John Morant. And if Zion gets his act together, then maybe some Zion will be good as well. So here we go. We'll open in real time. Congrats again, Tony. There are three exclusive laser prisms. They'll be the nicer ones that hopefully we get like a nice jaw on. So let's see it. And if cards is something that people are interested in, just let me know. I've done a lot of cards in the past. Like I've bought into a lot of card breaks. I have not broken any cards with you guys, but if people like that kind of, I've been really big on like baseball and Bowman and those kind of things. But if cards is your jam, let me know. I can't promise it, but at least if you tell me, I can take a look at it and see what the odds are. So, all right, guys. So we've got the standard hoops pack and then the bonus pack. Of course, I'll save the bonus pack. I'll keep it on screen here, Tony. I'll put it right by this hockey puck so that you can see it. I'll open up the regular pack first, and I'm hoping that the fire is sitting right there. So then I'll put it up here on this very nice Bears logo. Or since I know you're a Michigan guy, maybe I'll just kind of put it on this hockey puck. Maybe putting it on the Bear would be bad juju for you since you're a Detroit guy. So I'm just gonna put it right there. All right, so here we go. How about the standard pack first, and then we'll go to the bonus pack, still sitting back there. and go from there. So, all right, one more time. Good luck, Tony. Let's see what we got for you. Again, this is from 2019, 2020. So some of these players may have moved on around different teams, but there are some hits possible in here. So, all right. Case in point, Kyrie Irving for the Brooklyn Nets. Matthew Dellavedova. There's a name I haven't said in a while for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was a baller back in the day. I enjoyed him play. Avery Bradley for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lon Ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now currently playing for my Chicago Bulls every couple weeks when he's not injured. Rudy Gay, a player I liked quite a bit. San Antonio Spurs. This guy was a walking bucket. Man, he could score. Steven Adams, which I think he just got another contract. Oklahoma City Thunder. I think he's still playing. I want to say I read an article. Just got a big contract. Alfonso McKinney. This one's for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't remember him. All right, this one's going to be fun. You guys get to hear me say some of these. So, Mafia Cabangele. Can't say I remember him. And the name has got to be fun. So, all right. Okay, so we've reached some of the little parallels. This is a nice one. R.J. Barrett on the rookie card for the New York Knicks. So nice regard there. R.J. Barrett. That's not a bad one. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on NBA Hoops on the Prism. All right. For the green parallel, Duncan Robinson for the Miami Heat. This guy could really shoot. Definitely have been some games I've talked about him. And then last but not least, backstage pass. Russell Westbrook, Houston Rockets. Not bad. Let's say the R-Jets, maybe the nicer one out of the main pack. All right, let's jump into the bonus pack. Let's see what we got here. These are the lasers, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've opened one of these, to be honest. 3 exclusive laser prisms. Hopefully a jaw sitting in there for it, Tony. All right, let's see what we got. NBA Hoops Premium Stock Bonus Pack. Let's see a nice laser. All right, here we go. How about a nice laser for Tony? All right, Bojan Bogdanovic. Heck of a shooter for the Jazz on the first prism there. Laser prism. I mean, they are beautiful cards. I'll give them that. I think this was the opening, the first time that this product was run, I believe. I think. Josh Hart. So Josh Hart for the New Orleans Pelicans. Again, sweet looking card. Not a bad player. Not the best, but not bad. And last but not least, Kyle Anderson. Man, right team, but wrong player. Not bad. Kyle Anderson. If it was, I'd be a little happier for you. But that was fun. That was cool. Now I'll wrap these up and then send them out your way. Of course, I'll take care of them. I'll spare you me top loading them and those kind of things. But rest assured, I'll take care of them, wrap them up nice, and get them out your way. All right. So a quick recap from the cards. Let's say the nicer ones that we got. R.J. Barrett rookie. Not bad. Green Duncan Robinson. and of course some nice lasers. All right, Tony. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Well, congrats. Again, if anybody else wants to be in these kind of freebie Facebook group members, all you gotta do is join the Facebook group. We got a really solid group of guys that are starting to form, and I'm excited in the direction we're headed. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or you just want to chat. Maybe you want to make a recommendation for something I'm doing. I don't claim to be perfect. Feel free. Any recommendations you have. If there's any kind of products you'd be liking to see or you want me to take a look into, I'd be happy to do that as well. Otherwise, I'm hoping to see you guys next week. I did want to tell you guys that next week we won't break on Saturday. We will break on Sunday. Remember, if you've been part of the breaks the last couple of weeks, I've got a family wedding that we're headed out to. I tell you guys at the beginning of the video, but I forgot to do that. So we're going to break on Sunday night at 9 p.m. instead of Saturday. 2 weeks ago, I tried to do it on like a third, and it didn't go great. I think some people just missed it or forgot about it. So I think I'm going to try Sunday and see how that works. And then after that should be better days. But just so you guys know, family wedding that we're headed out to in Milwaukee. And I won't be in town Friday, Saturday, but I will be back on Sunday. So be on the lookout for that one. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Tony. Thanks for the positivity. Congrats. Duncan was a former Wolverine. Okay, there's the silver lining. Thanks as always, Darren. Thanks for the positivity. Thanks for the positivity in my direction and towards everybody else. I appreciate you guys. Thanks again for jumping in this week. I hope to see you next Sunday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay out of the heat. Enjoy the lake if you're nearby. Enjoy the water. I'll see you guys next week on Sunday night. All right, everybody.